All right, so today's video is, of course, another reaction. This video will basically react to a video about a passport bro going wrong. Now, in my opinion, the grass is always not greener on the other side. You never know what you're gonna get when it comes to this passport thing. So basically, this brother he messed around and he found out, that the grass is not always greener. So you have to be careful still, even when you are going overseas to get these women. You have to still be careful about who you pick to procreate with and who you choose to marry. So let's go ahead and get into this video.
That the guy who stereotypes people, but we're gonna have to talk about some of those stereotypes. And let's just be honest. Black people in general typically have better rhythm. Typically, they are more athletic. That's just the stereotype blacks have. It doesn't mean that it is right, but when you look at the NBA, you look at the NFL, you look at even soccer, you see a lot of blacks. When you look at musicians that dance the best, who do you think about? We rarely say, Elvis Presley, right? That song, LG. Yeah, that's because Asians are very good at those things. Now, when it comes to the dating world, we look at it almost the same. Asian women are very submissive on average. Black women, not as submissive on average. And that is where the passport bro community comes into place. Because now with these stereotypes, we can kind of somehow get a hypothesis. Doesn't mean that it's right, but we can go there. And most black men have decided that, you know what, dating in America is not the right thing for me to do. Let me go and deal with some women overseas or bring a woman overseas, possibly from Asia, who's going to be more submissive. And then, well, sometimes theories don't always hold place. And I want to talk about this one lady by the name of KK31387. She's an Asian woman that grew up in the United States, and we're going to see if she's submissive. Let's play that clip.
So I know a lot of these passport bros, and especially black men, are in my comments asking me why I'm talking about this. It's not my fight. And before anything, I'm a woman, so I'm always going to stand up for women, regardless of race. And one thing that really bothers me about this is these same passport bros are the men who probably tried to hit on me in the US before they realized that we don't like them either. I'm from a town that really doesn't have that many Asian women, especially Asian women who look like me. Like I said, you guys, I'm adopted. I grew up in a white family in the Midwest, so I have no beauty standards from South Korea. I'm a thick woman. I weigh about 165 pounds. I'm 5'5". So
Let me go to my book of Kevin Samuels, okay? 5'5", 160. She's not thick. She's overweight. Women love to use that term. I'm thick, big boned, things like that. A spade is a spade. She's 5'5", 160. Technically, she is overweight. Calling it for what it is. Thank you, Kevin Samuel. Shout out to Kevin.
So honestly, the brothers like to holler, and they still do, regardless of what some men in the comments are trying to say that black men aren't checking for Asian women. Yeah, right. Check my DMs. But anyway, pretty much every time I met a black man, he thought it would be a flex to say something like, yeah, I like my women foreign. I like my women exotic. And I don't know why they decided to say that to me, if they thought it would make me feel good or something, but for me, it's always a red flag. And so I would dig in a little bit further and say, well, what do you mean by that? Like, because I'm a white girl on the inside. My family is white. I grew up in a white community in a small town in the Midwest. So I might look exotic, but I'm Wonder Bread white on the inside. So anyway, whenever these guys would say this, I'd be like, well, you're about to be in for a big disappointment if you're expecting a submissive, docile Asian to take care of you.
So based on that, we can see that, well, she isn't the most submissive lady in the world. But what about a woman that is from overseas? That could be a completely different story. If you go and date a woman from Singapore or Vietnam or a place like that and bring her over to the United States, yeah, she could be very submissive. And that brings me to this particular YouTube channel called Buns with Beans in the Bean. Now, it appears this is an African-American brother, and he has it appears, Asian wife. Seems they're very happy. Seems like they even have children. at least one child together. And I mean, hey, they're married, right? And again, most black men would see that and would say, you know what, these people are, definitely in love. Until we see this particular video played here.
Hey, never did. While I'm done short, came straight in, and straight in, it's throwing up. Got the 2 days, and straight in, you're just telling my brother. Right in, you're just throwing and ripping up my. Once you came home, you came right home, just throwing and ripping my brother. Only you walked in. Destroyed and ripped.
That's what I need to do, right? I want to just
Right up the long for.
that's what it is. You know, that's so now you have to like pay me and work. You didn't get it, my son. Then what? You was like thing.
So I can already see that bringing her from wherever she was from. Excuse me, I don't know where she's from, but bringing her from where she's from to the United States, the westernized mindset, you can see that it jumped on her. The spirit of being a westernized woman, an American woman, has jumped on this lady. You can hear by the way she's talking. Her accent really isn't there. She's cursing at him. She is destroying his stuff. She's violent. Things like that. Yes, I wouldn't say that it's a race thing, because you can find that amongst any race. I'm not gonna say it's a specific race that's just violent or has that Western mindset. I say it's America as a whole. It just depends person by person. So you have to know what you're dealing with. I feel like with this guy, he probably didn't know the woman too well, or she hid who she was for a while. And they weren't particularly put in those situations for him to find out whether she's violent or not before he brought her over, married her, and had children with this woman. So it's definitely not like, oh, every single Asian woman or Filipino or Colombian, wherever you go to get that woman, they're not all the exact same way. It's person by person. Some of them are really messed up, and it's not even a race thing. It's just what they've been through. So I feel like you need to really get to know the woman before you decide, I want to bring this woman to America, and basically have her take part in that westernized mindset, because they do change a bit once they do come to America. So keep that in mind, Passport Bros.
She wanted to but you can't hit people. You know? Yeah, call on the bug, call out on the bug meeting and things getting better.
So not only is she putting her hands on him, but he's handling business on a Zoom meeting, and she's beating him on the Zoom meeting. If the shoe was on the other foot, he would be in jail. So I just want you guys to pay close attention to that and how women use that to their advantage, of playing a victim and going after men to put their hands on them, to beat them and things like that, and then crying wolf. So just keep that in mind.
It's illegal for the people near anybody. Everything's like that. Not if
Well, I don't want to be in mind.
everybody waited 1 month ago.
In the water.
I gave her money a month ago. A month ago.
It's in line, well, yeah, we still go like what? Yeah, well, it's more that is not working better. We don't do it again. We get it all the time, even one. That's only part of my name, part of my
So not only is he cheating on her or did cheat on her because she's saying, and he also admitted to giving this other girl money months ago, and she said she finally found out that he's been giving her money and this is why she snapped. So being from another country, being, you know, a passport bro's wife, and things like that does not subject you to just be immune, like to not be cheated on. Basically, it does not give you that pass. You're still gonna get cheated on. It's possible you're still gonna get cheated on. You could possibly get cheated on worse than an American woman, or, you know, somebody that is from the States, because you don't know what's really going on when you get there, because, you know what I mean. So just, you never know what could happen.
And I hit people there, bro. It's not gonna happen with those fucking world.
Yeah, I just realized because it's been in my word. I already want to think about
Called the cops already because he was cheating. She called the cops on him,
So, you know, done first. Real good. So,
and he's the one who got hit physically assaulted.
I'm saying,
Now you see the black man fear is kicking in now.
right there opposite.
So guys, you know, this was pretty interesting, right? Even you see some of the ladies like this commenter Teal. She's fit, friendly, and submissive. Erica, he brought her here and then turned around and asked her for money. Sharon Crawford says he thought the grass was greener on the other side. Now, it's so many other comments there I just don't want to get into, but obviously we see that in this particular case, that woman was not as submissive as he would have thought.
Right.
Not only that, she's also quite violent. There were some other videos that he had on his page. I just can't play those because it was crazy. Like she was hitting the guy, all that stuff. And I mean, like the lady is just like going off, right? And I just want to say that, or he has another video called Passport Bros Be Losing, where she's actually hitting him with a rake. You know, it's crazy, right? And of course, since the guy is doing very well, is in a nice neighborhood. I think what we need to do is to not think about women based on race as much. We should deal with women based on what they are. And I see that a lot of guys are going for somebody who's Asian, going for somebody who's white, going for somebody who's Colombian. And then, you know, you're dealing with somebody who just is individually just as violent as anybody else. And it's the same thing that you see with black men. A lot of black men don't like the fact that women look at them and judge them based on them being black. But we turn around and judge other women based on.
So we're gonna stop the video right here. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let's have an open discussion in the comments. I always look forward to you guys' comments. So drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave a thumbs up on this video. If you don't like it, leave a thumbs down. You know, it's freedom of speech. Let me know what you think. All right, until next time, peace.